Welcome back to YBTL. In part 1 of this conversation, we discussed the foundation that must be set in order for us to achieve our fitness goals. In part 2, we discuss factors that contribute to our fitness and nutrition, such as hormones, metabolism, and mental health. This episode was supported by Bio Oil Malawi and Pharmachemy Limited, promoting women's body confidence by helping women love the skin that they're in. Certainly, we are learning a lot today. Also, thanks to Bio Oil and Pharmachemy for supporting this episode, promoting women's body confidence and making sure that women love the skin that they're in. So, Caroline, going back to what you had just talked about, maybe if we could just define what complex carbohydrates is, because I realized when we're having the conversation, I know what complex carbohydrates are, but maybe majority of the women, they don't understand what complex carbohydrates are.
Okay, so look, in a nutshell, whole foods. Which kind of enzima though? Enzima yoyera, that's refined.
Yeah.
And then enzima ngaiwa, that's a whole food, that's like complex, right? So you want to eat things which are less processed. You want to eat your brown rice, and you want to eat whole wheat pasta, sweet potatoes. Yeah. Those are really nice complex carbs that you can look at having. You want to avoid things which are like a refined.
So like, let's look at a typical Malawian household, right? What foods would you say these are go-to foods, especially for women who are trying to lose weight? Because women are constantly on diets. They're starving themselves, not eating food, when in fact they are supposed to be eating every type of food. I don't know. Please break it down.
Okay, that's a really, really good point to touch on, because we also have to look at age brackets. You know, from the age of 25, you basically start degenerating, right? And that also applies to your digestive system and your body function, right? Now, yes, everybody's trying to do, banting and intermittent fasting, and they're doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? I think that it's really important to understand that whatever it is that you're doing, it has to be sustainable. Right? So whatever activity, whatever lifestyle of eating, okay, so I don't believe in diets. I just believe in lifestyle.
Yeah, I also don't believe in diets.
Yeah, so I do believe that you can do certain things at certain times to support your lifestyle. Yeah. So when it comes to this age thing and just our bodies, your body works in a certain way, right? So you wake up, you're supposed to eat. That's your fuel. Food is fuel, it's medicine. And then your body expends that fuel. Then you gotta eat again. And then your body expends that. Then you gotta eat again, and your body expends that, right? Now, what you eat, your body knows what it needs. To repair itself, to heal itself, your body knows what you need to eat, what it needs, the nutrients it needs. And so the food that we eat, we have to think of it as fuel and as medicine for our bodies. Right? So, and also we have to think of our body as a machine, right? If you put some coffee grinds into a coffee machine and you make a couple of cups of coffee, if you don't take that out or replenish it or put new coffee grinds, your next cup of coffee won't be great. So, you eat in the morning, your body's going to use that. It's going to break it down, chop it up, and metabolize that food. And when it does the metabolism, it extracts what your body needs, right? So it goes through your body, it extracts whatever nutrients your body requires. It's expended. Whatever your body is eating that doesn't need it, it can go to reserve, it can go to stored. If you have, if you do not eat, it's going to try to go to those reserves, right? So what I'm trying to get at is that as a person, you need to eat at a certain time. Then you feel hungry. Your body tells you it's time to eat again. You're going to eat again. Then your body tells you it's time to eat again. Yeah. You eat again. This process is extremely important for your body. And what you eat in those times is also very important. The reason it's important is because your metabolism is your churner. It's your converter of fuel. So it converts what you're eating into fuel. So it's very important. Metabolism is critical. It's important for us to support that. And when I say that, when you starve your body, you disturb that process. When you skip meals, you disturb those processes. And your metabolic system gets lazy, gets sluggish. That's going to affect how well you're extracting nutrients for your body and how much. And what you eat on top of that is going to have the same requirement of you, so you must eat properly. So on the food side, you want to be wise about what you're eating in the morning for breakfast. In your average Malawian household, you can have porridge, you can have fruits, you can have tea with no sugar. You can have tea. You can have tea. You can have bread. But that's a standard. You can have whatever it is that you want to have for breakfast, but you do want to start your day with something nutritious. In your body. I believe sugar is poison, so I never really say to people have tea and sugar.
Is honey a good substitute?
No. I get that a lot,
there goes.
I get that a lot when people say, no, I don't do sugar,
but I do honey. But it's a natural sugar, isn't it? It's supposed to be a natural.
Where does sugar come from? I'm sure it comes from sugar cane.
Yes, it comes from sugar cane.
Okay, fair enough. But when you ingest your honey and you ingest your sugar, what is your body going to do? It's going to break it down. What is the end product of it? Okay, so people say, no, I drink 100% sugar, 100% sugar-free
juice.
But what you don't realize is that for me to extract that much apple juice, I probably have to press 10 apples.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to eat 13 apples at a time. That doesn't make sense. I'll have 1 or maybe 2. That makes more sense. When I have those 1 or 2 apples, that's sufficient amount of fructose in that apple for me. But if I say I'm going to have a box of juice, the amount of sugar even if it's from a fruit, is way too much. Because you'll ingest it, but in your body, it is still ultimately going to galactose. It's going to be sugar anyway. So even if it's honey, or if it's sugar from sugar cane, whether it's brown sugar or molasses, whether it's fruit sugar, it's still sugar. So we do have to be conscious of things like that. We also forget that eating carrots is a lot of sugar. Eating mangoes is a lot of sugar. So you don't really want to have additional sugar necessarily. Bread's got sugar. So you do have to be conscientious of the fact that without added sugars into things, you have already got enough sugar in your diet.
Sheesh. Okay. We better stop eating then.
No, we don't want to stop eating. The key word is moderation.
Yes, moderation. Yeah? That is true.
And another thing which is easy is avoid things from packets. Sometimes you can't always. But the less from packets, the better, number 1. Number 2, if it doesn't rot,
stay away from it.
Avoid it. You can't always, but if it doesn't rot, avoid it.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that if I, for the most part, things which are in packets have gone through so many processes. They have so many preservatives and so many additives in them, which are not good for you. They're not good for you.
Yeah.
Right? The other day we were discussing with somebody like, why is it that every time I hear somebody's sick and they've died, they had cancer, or they had high blood pressure, or they had sugar?
Yeah.
Because we're not caring for what we're eating. We're not paying attention to what we're eating.
Yeah.
And we also don't realize that a lot of the things which go into foods, preserving foods, don't help us.
I agree.
The easier that it is they're making things, the worse it is for us.
Yes.
The quicker and the simpler they're making things, the worse it is for us. Instant noodles and instant this. These instant things are making it worse for us.
Exactly.
Yeah. So let's just go back to basics.
So talking about metabolism, right, and how How does it relate to age? How does metabolism also tap into that, into the age factor?
Yeah. So earlier on, I spoke about the importance of eating at certain intervals because that supports your metabolism. So as you, like from the age of 25, your metabolism starts to really slow down. So it's really important to support that. And that, I feel, is achieved primarily through eating at a regular, at intervals,
intervals,
predictive intervals. So breakfast, wait maybe 5 hours, eat lunch, maybe 5 hours, eat supper. Because your body's like, okay, I don't have to hold on to everything because I know something is coming.
Yes.
That's the first thing. And the other thing is exercise. Exercise really, really boosts your metabolism. It helps, you know? And obviously lots of water goes without saying. That's very important. So as we grow older, we find that, you know, like for example, the other day I was saying to somebody, somebody was saying to me, oh, you're a fitness person, you're into food, you don't have any weight issues. I'm like, that's not true. You know? I was saying to somebody that it's so funny because over the last 6 months, I've suddenly gained 6 to 7 kgs and it just kind of creeps up. But that, when I was saying to myself, oh, when I was say 25, I could just be like, oh, never mind, it'll take me 2 weeks and I'll shed it. It was so easy.
Yeah.
But I'm much older now and it's not that easy to lose that weight. And you have to understand that your metabolism is slowed down and your body's response to certain things also slows down. It gets sluggish. So eating at predictive intervals and exercising regularly boosts that. And of course, boosting your metabolism means you're fueling your body better. You're converting your foods better to extract the nutrients your body needs. So you're going to be overall healthier and happier. So now, why I had mentioned about, you know, over a certain age group, you know, over 55, 60, just going up, you know, is that is an age group that, you know, definitely needs to be active still. But my concern is that I find that they struggle in terms of what exercise to do and where.
Yeah.
For me and you, we can just kind of pop down the road and go to the gym and jump into a step class or whatever, skip class or a spinning class, because we can manage that, we can keep up with that. Look, when you're getting older, your bone density changes and your ability to do certain things also changes. Your body becomes more fragile. So you have to be wary of the exercise that you're doing. So we do need to consider or think more about that age group because they need to be able to go to class where they can do an exercise that suits their age group and their physiological makeup.
Would simple regular walks, I have seen a couple of people, there's this couple that usually walks together. Would you say that would be one way of doing it?
Yes, absolutely. Walking is really, really good for your body. You know, it's gentle, it's therapeutic. You know, it does get your heart rate up. You do want your heart rate to go up a little bit. So it is good for you. I think also just stretching and just some light resistance, because what you want to do is support the muscle around your bones, to strengthen the muscle around your bones, because then that limits injury.
Yeah.
You know, so just finding places where they can do a little bit of exercise. Look, there are many people who walk, young and old.
Yeah.
You know, but that's not the only exercise that you can do. And sometimes you want to enjoy the exercise. Sometimes walking is not practical for you. So I think it is important to create these spaces where that can be done. And even if it's in your home, sometimes I'll say to my mom, you know, just get your favorite music, like get 5 of your favorite songs and just dance around the room at your pace and at your, you know, what's your style, but you're moving. And that's a really good way to exercise for somebody that doesn't want to do a high impact workout. Even maybe things like Pilates or stretches, that's low impact, but very effective.
Yeah.
So I would really like to implore trainers out there and just, you know, families to encourage their, you know, sisters, friends, aunts, uncles, parents, to be more active and you know, not intentionally active.
Yeah. And not only just being more active, but also being intentional about what we are putting in our bodies in the long run, because we definitely love that sugar.
Yes, that poison.
We definitely love that poison, according to Caroline here. So quickly, just to wrap it up, just a reminder of the different factors that contribute to our weight or fitness rather journey. So we're taking into consideration the physical aspect of it, which is our body, our makeup, our, you know, shapes, things that we can't exactly change about ourselves. And then we're looking at the diet, which we just extensively elaborated on, being aware of the things that you're eating, and that there's certain things that you need to eat if you want to achieve certain goals. There's the psychological, the hormonal, actually, before we get to the psychological aspect, the hormonal aspect. Find out what your hormones are doing, ladies. Are your hormones... and men. And men as well, but because we are targeting women. So hormones take charge of take initiative to understand your hormones. You did mention that, you know, you can go to any hospital and get those.
I think you can go and if you want to know, because some people have underactive thyroids or overactive thyroids, which impacts on your gaining or weight or losing weight. Because some people, you know, sometimes it's actually a health issue where you're diabetic or pre-diabetic or hypertensive and you need to adjust your weight and you just don't know how. It's really important to just say, I don't know how. I don't know what's going on in my body. Can somebody please guide me? You can go to your physician. They can redirect you. But it's really important to get to somebody who knows what they're saying. You know, I would always say go to a nutritionist or a doctor that can guide you on that, especially with your hormones.
Exactly.
And also, like with women, you know, a menstrual cycle, and you know, when you've had kids, or if you are premenopausal or menopausal, that has a huge impact on your ability to manage your weight. So it's really important to understand that the fact that you can't gain weight is just not because, you know, the higher power said, no, you're not allowed to gain weight or you're not allowed to lose weight. You know, you have to just think about what's going on. What am I eating? You know, do I have, you know, with some women, they'll keep gaining weight, and it could be, you know, something to do with your uterus, your uterine health. It could be PCOS.
It could be a medical issue. It could be medical, that's contributing to your weight challenges.
Without getting too technical, it can be medical issues. So it's important to find out your your internal health, how your uterus is doing, because that is a very big part of it as well.
And especially if you have PCOS, which is something that a lot of women are living with without knowing.
Absolutely.
Without knowing or even ever having heard that term before. And then lastly, we did talk about the psychological aspect of it, and how your mind is also, it plays a huge role in how you move forward.
Absolutely.
Towards gaining or losing the weight.
So that's a really big one, and I honestly think it's a whole other discussion. Just mental health. That's got a huge impact on your success. And I think that mental health, it really is that. I think historically in Malawi, mental health was associated with being mad, literally. But it's as simple as, if you're having a bad day, your mental health is off. If you're stressed, your mental health is off.
Exactly.
If you're just feeling sad, your mental health is off. All these factors affect your lifestyle, the quality of your life, and it's really, really important to address that. And again, what you're eating, how, you know, when you're eating, how you're eating, and being physically active, intentionally physically active, is a remedy. Is very good for your mental health.
Absolutely.
And if your mental health is in a good space, And we don't expect anybody to be always in a good mental space. That's not normal. But it's important to be able to recognize that mentally I'm not in a good space, and therefore I need to be more active, or I need to eat better, because that impacts on your productivity and just your relationships and the way you're living your life.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, wow. So much to take in. I tell you, we could go on and on and on. But if you do have specific questions, please do put them down in the comments. And I will also be sharing Caroline's contact for those of you who need more in-depth understanding of your own situation. Thank you so much, Caroline. I think you've definitely opened my eyes. You've definitely opened my eyes, and I'm sure that our ladies have also been given something to think about. And hopefully we can all start living better coming next month.
Or tomorrow.
Or tomorrow.
This is the thing. It's a funny thing I always say to people. When people say that, I really want to get out. I'm going to start on Monday, on the 1st of the month. And I say to people, why can't you start right now? Oh, because I'm having a piece of cake. Okay, after your piece of cake, start there. Start where you are with what you can.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And there you have it, ladies. Thank you for staying tuned. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, as well as share. And don't forget, today's episode was supported by Bio Malawi and Pharmachemy, who are continuously promoting women's body confidence, helping us love the skin that we are in. Until next time, bye.